Please click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates on civil engineering concepts.
In this video lecture, I will explain you analysis and designing of G+5 building model by using SAP 2000 software. So in my previous videos, I was done some videos related to building designing sections by using StatPro and ETAP software. But in this video, I will cover you concepts related to how to design the building structural model by using SAP 2000 software. So initially, I will explain you how to take the dimensions and how to take the material properties and how to model the building. Then after that, I will explain you how to apply the load cases. And finally, I will explain you how to design the building structural model using SAP 2000 software. So if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates on civil engineering topics. So let's start our video. So here I am selecting my SAP 2000 software. So here I am selecting, I have the 23 version software. If you have the 20 version or 21 version software, the process is same. The application of the loads and modeling process is same in every version software. So here you can see the software will be open here like this after some time. So it will be consisting of the similar options which is there in ETAP software. If you know this ETAP software completely, so that this SAP 2000 software is easy for you. So firstly, in the same process, we have to select the file option here. Here we have to select the new model option. So the initialization option will be open here like this. You can open with initial model with an existing file. But here I am selecting default options, which is related to kilonewton meter, is the units for the length and force, and the default material is Indian standard system. So from this I am selecting grid only option, so that it will open your coordinate system here like this, which is consisting of the x direction, y direction as well as the z direction. So here I am assuming number of grid lines in x direction, which is consisting of approximately 6 numbers here. So again in the same process in the y direction also, just I am taking here as 6 numbers. And here we have to assume the G+5 story building model. We have to assume the z direction, which is consisting of 6 numbers here. So you can you can modify the options depends upon your consideration. So if you want, you can take 5, depends upon your G+5 or G+4. So spacing in x direction, just I am assuming here as 4, and spacing in y direction I am assuming here as 4, and in z direction I am assuming here as 3. So x direction is nothing but length direction, y direction is nothing but the width direction, z direction is nothing but the height direction. But in STAAD software, it will be having x and z, and height direction it will be consisting of the y. But here in this case, it will be consisting of the x direction is in plan direction as well as the y direction also plan direction, and z direction is elevation direction. So click on OK option, so that it will do the grid lines properties here like this, which is consisting of the 2D floor plan, and it will be consisting of the 3D plan. So here you can see this is the ground floor, first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so here we will add one more grid line by selecting this option, grid data, modify here. So select in Z direction, click on add option, so that it will add one more grid line which is related to Z7. Click on OK option. So now we can see here it will be consisting of your respected options here like this, which is related to one more additional grid line here. Okay, so this is a G+5 grid line section. Our next task is to define the material properties like grade of the concrete as well as the grade of the steel by using SAP 2000 software. So for that, firstly we have to select the define option, select the material properties. So here it will be consisting of default material as FE 3, 4, 5 and M30 grade concrete provision. You can delete the material if you doesn't need, but here in this case example, just I am adding M30 grade concrete provision. That's why just I was added M30 grade concrete provisions here. So click on add a new material property for adding the steel section. So I'm selecting here as Indian according to rebar section, Indian standard. You can select the grade. So click on OK. So click on OK option. Now in the same process, we have to define the dimensions for the beams, columns as well as the slab. For that, go to display define option, section properties, which is related to frame section. So click on add a new property which is related to concrete section material. So it will be consisting of the concrete sections like rectangle, circle and pipe, tube, etc. So here I am selecting rectangular section. So just I am giving the name is C here, which is consisting of the depth is approximately, I am assuming here as 0.46 and width is 0.3 for the 0.3 for the beam section. So here I'm selecting, sorry, this is column, not beam section. So 4, 6 is the column. So select the concrete reinforcement option. Select HYSD bars of 500, 500. So you can select the column here and you can modify the number of the bars. So here as per my assumption, just I'm taking 4, 4. And the longitudinal bar size, just I'm assuming here as 16D. This is similar to that of ETAP software. Okay. So here I'm selecting confinemental bar size to 12D. So click on reinforcement to be designed. Click on OK option. So again in the same process, we have to select the OK option here. So again we have to add the beam section. Just I'm selecting concrete rectangle which is related to beam option. Select the property which is related to 0.46 is the width of the beam. Again 0.3 is the width of the beam and 0.46 is the depth of the beam. Select the concrete reinforcement. Select here as beam option and you can give the cover top as well as the bottom cover as 0.46, 0.046 option. Click on OK option. So click on OK option. So now we have to click on OK option. Now we have to define the slab thickness. Go to select the section properties. Select here as area sections. Click on add a new section. Give the name as slab S150. Give the thickness of the slab according to your consideration. Just I am taking 150 mm thickness slab which is related to membrane as well as the bending. So membrane is nothing but the thickness of the slab member at the center and bending is nothing but the thickness of the member at the corner sections. So select the M30 grade provisions. Click on OK option. So now we have to assign these properties which is related to beam sections, column sections as well as the slab section for this building structural model. In ETAP software, we have the options which is related to one story option, similar story option, all story option. But here in this case, it doesn't have any kind of the options which is related to all stories like that. But we have to assign the properties initially for the ground story. After applying the properties in the ground story, we have to copy those properties to the remaining stories. So for that, just I'm selecting this top section. Just I'm going to the ground which is at the distance of z equals to 0. Again I'm coming to the ground floor. Now you can see the blue color mark was at a ground floor section which is at a distance of z equals to 3. So in the same process of the ETAP software, we have the options which is related to draw frames option, draw quick draw beams option. So here I'm selecting quick draw beams frame sections option. So give the property name as B. Change property name as B. Just drag to this model here so that it will do the assignment of the beams here like this. In the same process, we have to assign the columns. For that, we have to select this particular draw frames option and you have to select the property name as column section. Just I'm giving the name as column section. So you can change the angle if you want. You can change here, but here I'm not changing any kind of angle. Why? Because my column section will comes under the square section only. That's why I'm not changing here. Firstly, we will assign the columns at this corner. Just I'm assigning here. In the same process, we have to select the assignment of the columns in the same process. Just I'm selecting this point. Again, I'm selecting this point. Again, I'm selecting this option. In the same process, we have to assign the columns for each and every grid in one direction. So now we can see here it was done with assignment of the column sections at the ground story here in this slide. So now we have to copy these properties in horizontal direction which is related to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Each will be consisting of 4 members in X direction condition system. Okay. So but if you have the different center to center distance between the column, you have to draw all the column sections. So for that we have to initially only model the ground story grid data. Then after that we have to execute that grid data to remaining stories. So for simple understanding, just I was taking the same center to center distance which is approximately equal to 4 meter here. Go to select option, select property which is related to frame section. Just I am selecting the column, select here so that it will select the column. Go to edit option here, select the replicate option. So we have to apply the replicate in horizontal direction which is comes under the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So we need the 5 numbers. Each will be consisting of the distance is 4 meter here. Click on apply option. Now we can see it will do the copying of the properties in horizontal direction. In the same process, you can execute the center to center distance column dimensions in horizontal direction section here like this. Okay, so this is the way of drawing the column section. It doesn't have any option to draw the columns like ETAP software having I section here. Okay, so now next task is to draw the slab section. For that, go to select this particular plan section. So for that, just I'm selecting this plan section. Select this quick draw areas. So select the slab section here, is option here in the property line. Just to drag to the respected model here, so that it will assign the slab section here like this. Now we can see this is the section which is related to the slab. I will show you this model in by using fill objects option. Apply to all windows, click on OK, so that it will see the slab section here like this. Okay, so now we have to copy these properties which is related to the beams, columns as well as the slab sections to the remaining stories like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. For that, we have to select all the properties by using Ctrl A option, so that it will select all the properties, beams, columns as well as the slab. Go to edit option. In the same process, we have to select the replicate option. So you can select here and you can select the direction which is related to dy direction, which is having 3 meter. So we have to copy these properties to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers here. So here I was selected as 5 numbers. Click on apply option, so that it will copy the properties in vertical direction here like this. Now you can see it was done with modeling process for the G+5 building structural model. So our next task is to apply the load cases. So for this building structural model, I am only explaining the load cases which is related to the gravitational loading condition. But in real-time projects, when you consider, we have to take the wind loading condition system as well as the seismic loading condition system. In my upcoming section of the videos, I will explain you how to apply the wind loading condition system and wind load condition system as per IS 18875 part 3 code, and how to apply the seismic loading condition system and analysis related to seismic loading condition as per 1893 code provision standard system. So for that, go to define option here. Firstly, we will select the load patterns option. It will be consisting of the dead loading condition here like this. In the same process, we have to give the live loading condition LL. Click on the live option here and select the add new load pattern option here. So now we can see it was added dead loading condition as well as the live loading condition here. So firstly, we will select assign the dead loading condition system. In the dead loading condition system, we have the different types of the load cases are there, which is related to self weight of the building structural model. Then after that, we have to apply the wall loading condition, which is related to the summation of external wall, internal wall as well as the parapet wall loading condition. In the same process, we have to apply the floor finishing loading condition system. Okay. So for that, firstly, we will apply the self-weight condition system. For that, just I am selecting all the building structural model here like this. Go to assign option, joint loads option here. Here we have to select the forces option. Click on select your force in global X direction, Y direction, Z direction as 1, 1, 1. Click on add to existing loading condition. Click on apply, so that it will apply the loading condition system for the self-weight condition here like this. In the same process, we have to apply the loads which is related to external wall, internal wall load, parapet wall load. So in my previous videos, I was explained how to calculate the wall loading condition. But in this video also, I will explain you how to calculate that particular wall loading condition system. So initially, we need to consider the external wall, which is approximately equal to 9 inches for any building structural model. So if you convert that value to meter, so that it can get the 0.23 is the dimensions for the external wall. So this is the thickness of the wall. So we have to multiply this respected thickness with unit weight of the brickwork, which is approximately equal to 20. So that it can get the values 4.6 value. So this is the value which is related to wall loading in kilonewton per meter square. But in the wall loading condition, we have to consider as kilonewton per meter uniformly distributed load only. Why? Because it is not under the area loading condition. So it will be act on the beams only as a uniformly distributed load. So in order to convert this 4.6 kilonewton per meter square value into uniformly distributed load, the common dimensions in the wall is height here. So we have to consider the height as multiplication factor. So which is comes under the 13.8 kilonewton per meter intensity is the wall loading condition system. So the next task is to define the internal wall loading condition system. So internal wall will be consisting of 0.125. We have to multiply this respected value with the unit weight of the brickwork, and we have to multiply with 3. So that it can get the value 7.5. So again in the same process we have to consider the parapet wall loading condition, which is consisting of 0.125 thickness. We have to multiply this respected value with 1.2 meter height. Again we have to multiply this respective value with the 20, so that it can get the value is 3 here. 3 plus 7.5 plus again in the same process 13.8, so that it can get the value is approximately 24.3 kilonewton per meter intensity. So this is the uniformly distributed load which is acting for the building structural model for the walls. So for applying the wall loading condition, we have to select the beams option. Go to select option here, select property which is related to the frame section, select as a beam sections here. So go to click on assign option, frame line load. So select here as distributed condition. Why? Because we have to apply as distributed condition. So it will be consisting of the intensity of 24.3 kilonewton per meter intensity. Click on apply option, so that it will apply the uniformly distributed loading condition system of 24.3 kilonewton per meter intensity. Click on OK. So the next task is to apply the floor finishing loading condition system. So for that we have to calculate the floor finishing load. So let us consider our floor is consisting of 0.05 meter, which is approximately of 50 centimeter. Okay, otherwise 0.05 meter. So we have to multiply this respected value with the unit weight of the material of mortar, so that it can get the values approximately 1 kilonewton per meter square intensity. So go to select option, select properties which is related to area section, which is of slab section. Select here, close option here, assign area loads. Here we have to select uniform which is related to 1 kilonewton per meter square at the existing loading condition. Click on apply option, so that it will apply the 1 kilonewton per meter square intensity for the slab. Again in the same process we have to apply the slab live loading condition for the slab only. For that we have to select the slab section by using previous section option here. So select the dead loading condition to live loading condition here. So we have to change the intensity of the loading condition system as 3 kilonewton per meter square. Click on apply option, so that it will apply the live loading condition for the building structural model. So now we have to add the load combinations here by using define option. Select the load combination, click on add default design combination, select as per the frame design section. Okay, click on OK, so that it will add the load combination system according to your default section. Okay, so sorry, here I was taken aluminum section, but this is not our combination. We have to select the concrete section only. Default design combination according to concrete frame. Click on OK, so that it will add the load combinations here like this. Now only we have to add the support condition system at the base. For that go to ground story section here like this. We have to select all the node points at the base here. Go to assign option, joint option, restraints option. Select the fixed support condition system. Click on apply, so that it will apply the fixed support conditions at the base for the building structural model. So now we have to analyze the building structural model. For that go to analyze option here. Select the set load cases to run option. Set analysis option here you can select here. We have to add this tick marks. Why? Because it will be consisting of fixed support condition system only. So click on the set load cases to run option. So it will be consisting of the model and live load, dead loading condition system. Click on the run option. So it will ask you to save the model only. So here I am selecting my desktop, which is of G+5 SAP. Just I am selecting, just I am saving my model here, G+5. Click on save option, so that it will do the analysis process. Then after that I will show you the deflection diagram, shear diagram, bending diagram, etc. Then after that we will design the building structural model by using IS 456-2000 codal provision standard system. So here now we can see it was done with complete analysis process. This is a deflection diagram building structural model. Due to the presence of the dead loading condition system, you can change the deflection diagram to another loading condition by using show deform shape option here. So you can change that to live loading condition. Click on apply option, so that it will display the deflection diagram which is related to the live loading condition system. In the same process you can select for the load combination also, so that it will show you the load combination deflection diagram. Okay. So now we have to see the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram for the building structural model. Go to display option, select the forces stresses option. So here also we have forces diagram here, which is related to axial 2 option, which is a shear force diagram in x direction condition system. Select the moment 3 option, so that it will display the bending moment diagram for the building structural model here like this. In the same process we have the torsion option is also there. So we can apply here so that it will display the torsion diagram for the building structural model. Okay. So now the next task is to design this building structural model of G+5 building. So for that we have to click on the design option here. So select the concrete frame design section. Okay. So here I am selecting this option. So here we have to select the view revised preferences initially. So we have to select the IS code from here. So design code is according to ACI 318 here 14. We have to pick as IS 456 2000 codal standard system. So you can modify the data here which is related to according to your consideration, but here I am not changing any data. Click on OK directly. Again go to design option here. Select the concrete frame design section. Select here as start the design check option here. Okay, so click on this option so that it will start designing of your respected building model structural consideration. So here I am selecting this particular analysis for the IS 456 2000 codal provision standard system so that it will show you the longitudinal reinforcement area for this particular cross section. You can change that longitudinal area reinforcement to percentage of reinforcement. For that go to display concrete frame design. Click on display design information system. So you can select here as rebar percentage. Click on OK so that it will show you the rebar percentage diagram. Click on display option. Design option. Select the concrete display design information. According to shear reinforcement you can select here. Click on OK option. So here I am selecting this particular beam section. You can right click on it. Click on the flexure details so that it will show you the flexure details for the building model. In the same process you can select the any one of the beam section. So here I am selecting column section. Just I am selecting this column. Click on this so that it will show you the flexure details for the column section according to your consideration and manual complete calculation part. Click on the shear details so that it will show you the shear details for the column section. In the same process you can select the interaction curves option. So you can select the joint shear option, BC detailing option. Okay, so that it will show you the complete designing results according to IS 456 2000 codal standard system. So this is the complete process of modeling and analysis and designing of G+5 building structural model by using SAP 2000 software. The detailing version is not available currently with me as per the SAP 2000 software is concerned. So I will update that as soon as possible. If you have any queries about this video, please try to text me your questions in the below comment box so that I will explain you the complete concepts related to your queries. Thank you.